So I thought of this metaphor, and I was thinking to myself, I guarantee nobody's ever used this metaphor before. And then I thought about it again, and I was like, I'm pretty sure a million motherfuckers have thought of this metaphor before. I think sometimes my thoughts are original, but I come to find out, But anyway, I could put my own spin. I think it's original still until I see somebody else say it. I've never seen it said, but then again, I haven't seen everybody in the world, the history of the world's whole life of talking or preaching. Anyway, this is the point. It starts corny, but look, life is like a football game, right? One end zone is Jesus. The other end zone is the devil. You could be the football or the team. Let's just say you're the football. You start on the 50-yard line because you're born into sin. You're born into bondage. A lot of people are lukewarm. Like the church of Laodicea, I can't pronounce it. Laodicea, one of the 7 churches of Asia Minor. You're lukewarm. You've lost your love for the Lord. The first fruits were the love of the Lord, and now you're just going through the motions. You believe in the Lord. You got hot for the Lord at one point in time. You did, but now you're not. So you're at the 50. You try to move closer to the Lord. You stop drinking. You stop letting the spirits, called liquor spirits, stop letting them control you. You stop being a slave. You do some things. You move closer to that end zone with the Lord that's scoring a touchdown. What He wants to win the game. The game ain't over until the clock strikes 0. So there's still time left if you're breathing, if you're watching me. Still time left for me. I don't know when this... Funny thing about life is you don't know if it's the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter. You don't know if it might go into overtime shit. But you might get blown out in the 1st quarter and your team just quits. You might die. You could look at life, you could break it up into quarters if you lived to 80. But what if you only lived to 50? You're in the 4th quarter when you're 40. Point is, the Lord wants you to score a touchdown for Him. He wants you to score points. A lot of us are kicking long field goals. I'm kind of ad-libbing this. Over here with the Lord in His end zone, you have peace. You have love, you have family, you have all the good things that make a strong human being. A happy human being, a happy woman, a happy man, a happy marriage, a happy life, happy family. Then you have the other side. And that side is when you get into that touchdown area, and the 50-yard line's not too ugly. You're drinking, you're blah, 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 you're fucking up. But it ain't ugly. But that's people who have a little bit of the Lord. They could keep the game right around there. But there's people who have never had, their ability to move the ball over to that end zone is they have a bad football team, let's say. Let's call them the Bears. Even though the Bears are 6-3, they won yesterday against, let's call them the Lions. They lose to the Bears. That's how bad they suck. And you start to get closer to that end zone in the hope of winning the football game or even scoring or doing something good like a field goal. The light in your eyes it goes dark. And it don't get any better. It's like a deep, dark field goal. It's like a deep, dark end zone. There's barely any lights over there. There's monsters over there, ready to do unspeakable evil things. And for people who are completely committed to the devil, if the clock's not down to 0, they could still come back. They might come back. But it's real hard when a team punts the ball down there or whatever, and they get caught at the 1 yard line. It's hard to dig out. You need a big play. And once you get in that, like all the way on that spectrum, 0 to 100, 0 to 50 going either way, because there's only a 50-yard line. It's not 0 to 100 in football. So you get down to the goal line. Once you pass that line, it's for some there's no coming back. There's death. That's what I mean by no coming back. But there is also life, breath, people breathing that are not coming back. Now, there's always time, right? There's always time. That's what they say. But it's just so damn dark when you talk to these people. They don't know what the fuck, which way they're going. Then they pretend they know shit. They start telling you shit that doesn't make any sense. You're like, how do I even begin to talk to you? Like, it would be like trying to teach calculus to a fucking, they don't even have the basic moral compass or whatever you want to call it. They don't even have the basic understanding. Or some people are intelligent, but they're still so stupid. They're unbelievably dumb. I'm no genius, but I can tell a real dummy when I see one. Just doesn't even understand the situation they're in, completely oblivious to the danger. Saying things when they should just be quiet. Talking. They should shut the fuck up. Making shit worse. We all are, none of us are, we're all imperfect, we're all sinners. I know I'm an idiot. That's why I stopped drinking, man. Because if I'm an idiot sober sometimes, good night. I'm a fucking monster. But the point is, man, some of these people, they can't get back, man. Some of them can, they just need a hand. Some of us, I consider this myself, sometimes we chip shot field goals, sometimes we kick long field goals that just squeak in, but we're not scoring touchdowns. And then my favorite saying is, it could be worse. At least I'm not completely destroyed like such and such. At least I'm still breathing, but that's not gonna cut it anymore. Once you pass 30 years old, I think it's like a motivation to say, dude, you're not 28 no more. When you're 28, 4 years ago, you were 24. It goes by like fucking that, man. Snap, snap. It's over. 10 years have gone and passed. No one told you when to run. Now you missed the starting gun. Can't catch up to the sun when it's sinking, And here we are, running in circles. Two lost souls living in a fishbowl, you feel me? So, that's my little metaphor. I'm sure a million people have used it. I thought I had an epiphany for a second. I was like, nobody probably ever used. Then I'm like, dude, football's the most popular thing in America in churches on Sunday, and you don't think they haven't used that metaphor? I'm like, I'm literally like, how stupid are you? Sometimes I'd be thinking that to myself, like, you're really smart, you thought of that. And I'm like, now that I think about it, I've probably heard that somewhere. But, it's still valid. Put my little spin on it, But down there in that fucking end zone, man, of the devil, shit gets bad, man. You got Satanists in this country, man. The unspeakable dregs they commit. And they try to hurt children. The most innocent thing. I finally realized, why do all the people in jail want to kill all the child molesters. A lot of them people have probably been molested. But that's a whole nother note. But that's the worst fucking thing you can do. How could anybody hurt a dog? How could anybody... If somebody does that around me, just don't do that around me. I'm warning you. But that's it for now. Everybody stay safe.